how I got a comment before I even started. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Yesterday we had some difficulties afterward. After let me make sure my Bluetooth is off because I didn't want it on. That part. So I've got some pretty angry individuals. They're upset with me because I unmasked everything on Father's Day. Apparently, there are a lot of men who have children who know that they've been less than fathers to the bodies that they did steward on this earth. And I blatantly said what I said yesterday about such men having wants for children, but this want for the children isn't fair. They want children by way of control. They'd like to control the person that it comes out of, or they'd like to have control via the children. Or for some of the lowly ones, they'd like to have control and dominate the kids. And they need the adult out of the way so that they can do as they please with the children. And the fact that my life got turned into a draft, by the way, YouTube, I'm gonna need you to handle that unless you are complacent in the abuse of children. So my live basically was allowing a pretty vivid picture to be painted. See, I was extorted for $8, $8 by one of my less than friendly ex-employers, and I terminated that employment immediately when I saw the power play being had. So what happened was that person, instead of being embarrassed that they were extorting me for $8, extorting a single mother for $8 and money out of her paycheck, he decided to go on this whole campaign to basically keep me quiet because he has a, what is that, a reputation to uphold. But it's your job, dear, to uphold your reputation, not go about doing irreputable things and then wanting someone to be quiet about it. If you wanted me to speak good of you, you should have done good to me, or you should have allowed me to terminate that employment without intimidation tactics and fear tactics being thrown about because you know this person and know that person. Well, how about this? I know God. And what I can tell you about that is I'm not going to allow any man on this earth to intimidate me when I'm saying something that is right. You should not be going after a person's paycheck. You should not be asking people to work with you or work for you so that you could dominate them. You will not be taking out your gangster fantasies out on me just because I happen to be an agreeable person. Does not mean I'm a dummy. It does not mean that I'm a chump. That doesn't mean that I'm going to let you bulldoze my life over because you want what you want. And you have so many family that will support you in your irreputable practices. Has nothing to do with me. However, you still have to deal with karma no matter what happens with me. You still have to deal with the fact that you have that reputation, that you stuck your tongue out there. And I do have the proof. I still have the text where you decided that you were going to strong arm me because I was able to negotiate more pay when you were trying to take money out of each paycheck. Yet you wanted me to show up and show out. I was a good example to you, your household, and your children, even though that is not my job. This is just how I roll. Wherever I go, I am going to show an example of who I am, not who you should be. Now, if you are butt hurt because you are not reflecting any of what I'm reflecting, that has nothing to do with me. Everything that I do every day is me. It's because I am constantly working on me. It has nothing to do with who is watching or who is not watching. The issue with you is when you're not being watched, you are less than reputable. And you know it. And that's why you got butt hurt. And that's why you decided that you were going to pull whatever strings you pulled and made my Father's Day live go into a draft is because you have people that are complicit in the ways that you do things. You got upset when I started hitting that nail on the head, and you realized that I can actually read you down and be truthful in everything that I say. And you don't like the reflecting of yourself. You don't like the fact that you go around and you tell people that you're real and you keep things to yourself and you're a good guy and you're a good person to have kids around when you are not. You are the very opposite. You run your mouth, you gossip, you start things, you keep things up in the background all the time. You're a very messy person, not to mention you are a stalker, and you get very jealous when you can't get things that other people can. And you have no problem trying to put your foot on anybody's neck who can. You don't have any problem paying people to make other people uncomfortable so that you could be so you could be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, you still uncomfortable. And this is why you lashing out. So I meant every word that I said, you didn't like what I said. And this is why you attempted to restrict me. This is why you attempted to prohibit what I was saying, because you don't like the fact that I can tell you about yourself straight out your mouth, out my mouth to your mouth. Because you done told me about yourself out your mouth. You just took good solace and got really complacent that I don't like to tell other people's business. But however, if you're going to take my life and try to turn it into an example of what you could do to people when people stay quiet, I'm going to show you what happens when people don't be quiet. When I'm not complicit with all these red tapes you tried to put around me over $8. Yes, 8 is the number of karma. So you have enacted your own thing. All you had to do was let me work or not work. You didn't have to hire me, sir. I was all right. You didn't have to ask me for my expertise. I was great. You pulled me into that situation and didn't got upset when you could not control me. You decided to deploy your birds and your spiders through the trains, planes, and automobiles. You decided to hire people to come through and dig in the trash and do whatever. Like I said, you did steal my gold teeth, and this is why you are doing whatever you're doing with that. Because you don't like the fact that I still keep going. However, I didn't do any of the things that you did. I didn't corrupt the system like you did. However, I worked with the system and the system worked with me. But you want to bend every law, bend every rule, break everything around you because you are a broken person from the inside out, both spiritually and physically. So you're trying to break someone else because you've broken yourself over and over again, and you are a hopeless romantic, but you are in love with your own self, and I don't see anything to love over there. So yes, take this in conviction. You, sir, are the weakest link. You are the biggest bammer there is. I don't care what you drive. You could drive a spaceship. I don't care how many people you hire. You talk about everybody that you get to work with you anyway. You are the backbiter of the century, and you don't like it. You are afraid that I see you. You are afraid that I know the generations that you have destroyed and have attempted to destroy. You are afraid that I know the women who you actively say you care for and you like and you would do anything for. You don't think anything of beyond your money and beyond your control and beyond your phone calls. And I'm not one that's jumping on that leash. So this is why you have to pay this person and pay Paul and manipulate this law system and hire this hacker. You're going into the poorhouse because you're trying to stop me from talking for free. You're doing all of this flexing. What can you you really flex without calling somebody to flex it for you? Look, mama, no hands. When I pulled your coat directly on Father's Day, you did not appreciate it. But guess what? I don't appreciate having my motherhood questioned by women who don't know the first thing about sitting their ass down and taking care of their business. I don't appreciate somebody who would put their loins in satisfaction above anything else on this earth, including the blessing that comes from the Lord of protecting kids, women, and children. And the elderly. I don't appreciate the fact that you got a nerve to be the elderly and you stay in denial because your things still get hard. Word up to your mama. You won't be able to close his casket because that's the only thing at the end gonna work. And that's a sad situation. You have taken care of everything else on your bed, have broken everything else on your body but that. And that is broken too. But you don't want nobody to say nothing about it either. So you straighten up and fly right. Because I know you ain't pissing straight. Yeah, you and all the rest of your flunkies who jump at the chance of getting a car or getting some bills paid, or you paying this off, or you making sure they get right in the morning or in the middle of the night. All of that would have been yours to keep as your secret had you not decided to make me a public spectacle for people who are less than, when they get up every day and they don't strive for anything. How dare you? You put people's food stamp, housing, medical, and you put all of them things at risk because you don't want to be exposed as the meat fist that you are. You are weak and disgusting. If you got so much power, where is it? Why aren't you living the life that you need to live? Why am I under attack? If things are so great for you, why am I so important? Why taking down my things? Why taking things away from me is so important? Have you no children? Have you no cousins? Have you no sister? Have you no mother? Oh, yes. You see women struggling as a ode to your penis, don't you? This why don't nobody want to be there without a paycheck or a price. And you upset because I ain't never giving you mine. I ain't got no dollar sign for you to touch me. I don't like you. When I see you, I see the depths of your soul. I see a trauma to my childhood. I see a trauma to my future children. When I see you, my ovaries are scared for what you got planned for them. And I mean that. And if you are any bit upset at what I said, you need to check yourself and wonder why you feel like that about the female race, yet you wants to let you want to experience the softness and the goodness that there is of the female. How dare you think that you can just extract us from a playbook and you don't have to care or love or nurture? How dare you want somebody to come and add a feminine touch when you haven't even gotten a masculine touch? All that masculine you got on is rented. By whoever you could get to take up for your masculinity because you are absent in it. That's right, I said it. You acting like the very thing you try to say that I am. And you sure do it. You want me to be seen as in the streets? How about you staying in the house and getting delivery? And it's nasty. If you wanted to keep it a secret, you should have laid up off of me. Like I keep saying, all y'all had to do was leave me alone and let me get my things, and I would have been all right. But since we here now, put yourself on blast. I'm into journalism. I'm a writer. I got books. You want to be in one? Because you attempted to write my story through lawyers, through judges, through trash men, through servicemen, through BG&E. You attempted to write my story. Now write yours. Write the truth, though. Don't write no lie. Don't keep paying people to say, oh, this is a good guy. He didn't do that to me. He wouldn't sleep with no under... You see what I'm saying? You was cool till you came for me. Other people weren't cool at all because I was going to get them. But you was cool till I realized that you wanted to be part of the clique. So everybody who decided to come after me, y'all got some things to worry about. Y'all need to go within, because for you to come at me means that you are fitting the profile of a masochist, a sociopath, a pathological liar. And the worst of all, you are defending pedophiles, people who are less than trustworthy around babies with diapers on. And why aren't you disgusted? You are defending people who will take advantage of people who cannot really get up and do anything for themselves. You want me to let you take advantage of elderly people who can't raise a hand, who can't get up and change their own diaper. You want them to be taken advantage of too, because the same people who will take advantage of them kids and the same people who will take advantage of people who have mental disabilities are the same people who would take advantage of elderly. And guess what? You starting to knock on elderly and helpless door. You want people to forget that you are not vulnerable at times. You are still a human. Nobody on this rock is above what God's judgment is. Not me. How dare you think all your connections, all your phone calls, sitting on the phone because that's all you able to do all day, you gonna use that as your superpower? Well, I'm gonna walk right over them opinions. Yes, I am. Because the same way you got air in your lungs is the same way you knew I got in mine. And the issue with you is somewhere deep in that dark little dank heart of yours, you got a teensy bit of respect for me, and that pisses you off because you ain't got to like me, but you gonna respect me. I didn't ask for you to like me. I didn't ask for you to pay my bills. I didn't ask for you to be in my life, but here you are. So you sit down and you don't knock nothing over. Don't touch shit. You sit here and you listen. Because you told yourself that I was weak because I didn't need to speak to you. You told yourself you was right because I didn't need to correct you because I ain't your damn mama. If she could correct you. But some of y'all mama stopped correcting y'all when y'all decided to pay them bills. And this is why sometimes you don't let your children pay your bills. You tell your children you take your money and you pay your own bills if you want to run things around here. And that's the problem with some of you sucker mothers. Y'all get a few dollars in your hand and you forget that that child is a damn demon. I'm gonna tell the truth, and I ain't sparing you. Y'all get a couple of bills paid, a pocketbook, and a little something, and y'all think that that child is above reproach. No, your job is to correct your child until you go down into the earth. And this is what's wrong with a lot of y'all. Y'all get a little money, a little bit of status, and y'all forget that correction is always right. You want to run around like the rats in the alley, compiling trash against trash, deteriorating the whole culture that we have to live in. Everyone's culture is susceptible as long as you ain't comfortable. And that's an issue. This ain't a color thing. This is the color of your heart. And a lot of the colors of your heart, you want to turn it into the color of money. Because you hold no value beyond that. Where is your substance? And I'm not talking about the thing you swallow, the thing you put up your nose or in your veins. I'm talking about the substance of your heart, your character. What are you made up of? Y'all so easily deluded. Water make you tremble. Some of you only drink water because the doctor know you are one cup away from just being in the hospital forever. So you got to drink it. Because nothing else you do will detoxify the type of things that you're capable of. And I don't like it. You wanted me to speak. You wanted me to tell you my honest opinion. You gave me nothing to respect. You gave me nothing to look forward for. That's how I feel about you. That's the way I feel about you. Oh, that's the way I feel about you. Oh, that's the way I feel about you. That's the way I feel about you. So don't brag about me to no more supply. You don't tell the truth. All you do is lie. You feed on the youth. Then you attach yourself like a Bluetooth, trying to hear every word. But you settle with birds. You've got control issues. Yet you cry at night and you refuse to ask for tissues. You call yourself a father, but all you do is break down mothers who can't be bothered. How dare you? How dare you try to use your fatherhood or lack thereof, or your circumventing of fatherhood to attack my motherhood directly? And this isn't just men who are doing it. There are some women that are complicit in this because they stand to gain what? Escape from social damage that they've all enacted. Nobody told you to steal my identity or steal any of my information. None of you. I didn't steal yours. Nobody told you to try to steal my father's information and create a CPN. He's dead. What do you need a goddamn apartment or anything for? Nobody told you to try to get a income loan, an income relief loan in my business. Because my business, I've been sitting it to the side until I was ready to deal with it. No one should have been borrowing to get straight champagne or borrowing in any company in any facet. No one had my consent to represent me in any way, form, or fashion. Andrew Brenner, Fitzpatrick, all y'all that I didn't caught all up in my energy. Sandra didn't have no issue to be up in my stuff. The fact that she don't have a good daddy and her mama ain't shit, so she harassing mines. It's a bunch of broken people out here trying to break me, and they need to go sit on somebody's couch because they done sat on the wrong person's lap. Yes, I'm a certified life coach now. Go through Morgan State and see. I ain't just whistling Dixie, and you know I ain't like that. Everything I say because I can, and it's the truth. But you can't do that without having to pull strings and call somebody and get them to agree with the lie. I ain't got to call nobody because when I'm talking, it's the truth. Well, else I ain't talking. You hate it because you ain't nothing like it. Now, it's a bunch of stuff I can really do, and it look. You got 48 hours to get yourself together or get out my way. Because I'm going to bulldoze you because I don't think it's right that you think that you could pay for misrepresentation when all I got to do is represent. Do you understand? And before you put your mouth on me, you have to think about that. You need to think about that. I ain't gonna get all nasty on you and go do no black magic or none of that crap y'all think y'all. I'm gonna talk to my daddy each and every time. And we gonna strategize on you, me and my daddy, the most high God, the dad of all dads, before I got my daddy on this earth. He was assigned to me. I don't care what detail you try to tell me about him, he was assigned to me. You were assigned to others and you did not protect them. Instead, they did not know that they were going to be caught and snared by you, both the children and the mothers, because you, sir, are a black widow and you got the nerve to have a male body part, but you act just like a and all of them know it. And this is how you do it. And the problem is you henpeck these women to the point where they got to get off of all of this stuff. And then you gaslight them and tell them that you the reason why you push them so hard to get where they at. You the reason why these women are broken in their head and you ain't in jail. Honestly. But your kids, they gonna be your karma. Because they see you. They are you. Oh, your kid's gonna drag you from one end to the next. And I'm here for it. Because life I didn't deserve. I'd like to see the things that you really deserve happen to you. So, sir, have the day you damn deserve. Because you could never, and I mean never. Anyway, and this has been done without AI, without no makeup, and without Google or Chat GPT. I didn't have to call nobody to come put it in my head. And I don't need you trying to step on my bread because that is the most triflingest thing you could do. You don't have no right to control nobody's life. If you are not putting into it, why would you take out? And this is the issue I have with a lot of you. You guys ran around trying to strategically steal legally and illegally. It's wrong. If it's not yours, you should touch it. What give you any right to anything that you want if I can't have anything that I worked for? I pray the universe strip you down bare. You and everybody from you in tenths. 10 times. I don't give a dang if it's already in the negative. Take that too. Since you like to play, I like to play too. Because birds of a feather, they gonna flock. And I said FLOCK. They gonna flock. Amen. Amen. Selah, so let it be. The name Stephanie stands out. 144, the 144, that's 9, divine. Everybody needs to pray. As above, so below. Some people are too bold in buffoonery and debauchery, and that needs to change. That definitely needs to change. And for the women who call themselves rallying because they gotta get their bills paid, this is why nobody respects you at the end of the day, because all they have to do is wave a dollar for you to holler. But you won't go get your own and stand on business. And this is why ain't nobody trying to hear what you got to say at all. Go twerk somewhere, shorty. Go ahead. You don't have no right to say nothing. If somebody can pay you out their face when it comes to doing something that's right, when it comes for advocating for something that's supposed to be. Y'all trip me out. How y'all want me to have nothing, yet y'all calling social service and 211 and y'all going up there filling out and getting all of this government assistance, but you don't want me to have anything, and I haven't asked the government for anything. I've been working. I've been working with my 2 hands and my 2 feet and making things happen. I haven't asked the government for anything, but y'all running around asking the government for everything and telling them I deserve nothing. Fuck y'all. And I pay taxes. And I can vote. And yes, I can flex on all my exes because they ain't got shit to say to me. I don't give a damn what tax bracket they might find themselves in. Guess what? They ain't do it right. In my presence, will poke a hole in any cup. Solo. I ain't coming to play with y'all because y'all don't play with me. And I ain't asked y'all to. Okay, so back into Proverbs, the series of Proverbs since yesterday. I guess what? You guys enjoyed the live yesterday. And for those who were at the live, you know exactly what I said. And you could go forward in good faith and know that what I said was what I said. And I stand on everything that I said on Father's Day. It's unfortunate that a person tried to rob you of that because of the simple fact that they felt as though their ego got attacked, but their ego shouldn't have been there. It was a reason why I blocked you on all social medias and all your profiles and all your son's profiles and your mother profile and your cousin profile and everybody else. This is the reason why I'm not talking with you. It's a reason why I'm not in communication with you. The fact that you are stalking me mechanically, electronically, and physically through all your little birds of a feather, because you messing with all the little the heifers around here. All the little legal heifers, all y'all trade like trading cards. Y'all trade these little girls like trading cards. Because you know they fathers ain't right. You know they fathers ain't taking care of them right. So what you doing? I give you a little 80, little 100, little 200, depending on how you feel about the little girls. And y'all paying each other to just trade them off like trading cards. And they think they doing something because they in rotation. I was silly like that at once, but I came out of that silly real quick. I knew I just wanted to get married. I didn't want all of the miles on my uterus. I didn't want all the miles on me. I don't like for nobody to come talking about some. I'm gonna buy you a $10 or $20 thing, and they think that they can manage my whole life. I'm gonna ruin my whole life. How about I go to work and you go where you've been at, and I'm gonna go sit and be marriage minded and relationship minded. Unfortunately, because there were too many trading cards around me, I didn't realize that they were trying to put me in the shuffle. But I'm one of them gold decker cards. I'm one of them collectibles. If you even got a chance to put a little corner on me, that's something to brag about, because I'm not one of them. You don't trade me. I'm one of them collectible cards. You get me, you put me in a frame, baby. You don't do that. And if you ain't ready to take care and condition me and keep me in a climate control room and make sure I don't get bent on all my corners, then you need to leave me. You need to leave me in the display case, because I ain't come here to be worked out and warped. I didn't come here to be creased. I came here for you to retain everything that is me. I didn't come here for that damage. So if you want to play with the trading cards, you go and you flip through and you shuffle and you do what you got to do. You play poker, you play blackjack, or whatever you got to do with them. But baby, I'm a collectible. You don't treat me like that. I knew it from the jump. I was a collectible. Everybody tried me, but I ain't playing with y'all. And a lot of them collectibles got upset when they've seen that people wanted to put me up on a daggone post. When they seen people was buying actual display cases for me, they said, "Why are you buying a display case? You can try me." That ain't what a collectible is. Collectibles are rare. Collectibles had you going to going and buying that baseball gum. Collectibles had you buying decks and decks and decks. Collectibles had you going and spending all your money until you got to that one, and you finally got the prize. Y'all is just decks. Y'all is just Uno cards. Y'all is just pinochle. Ain't nothing collectible about y'all. You just want to be a common deck. I ain't got that. I'm a collectible. If you ain't going to put me in a climate control room, if you ain't going to put me in a proper display case so that all my greatness can be shared from the safety of where I need to be displayed at, then you don't have no good things in you, and you can't take care of nothing good. You don't deserve no rare artifacts. You deserve stones and the regular stuff that everybody else get. You go collect bottle caps or something. Go collect cans. Go collect the things that they lay around all the time, the common things. But just know, if you ever pick me up, you done picked up something rare. You done picked up something that's reputable. You done picked up something that you should take care of. You done picked up something that's going to add value to your life and itself. You've picked up something that already had value from the beginning. How dare you try to trade me off as though I'm coming out of a damn box of Cheerios. And they don't even put the damn shit in Cheerios no more, because most of y'all don't buy them. Heart health my ass. Let me get on with the get on, because I done got down. I be done slapped you. Anyway, good morning. It is now Cancer season. It's the beginning of Cancer season. Gemini just rolled out. All right. But Gemini is always around. So, Sun, Moon, Rising takes what resonates today. Today, not only is it for entertainment purposes, but definitely taking a solid stance against the do's and the do's nots, right? Okay, so let's get on with the thing. Where is Miss Garfy? Where is it? I didn't bring the other one down. I don't know what it is. No, I took it upstairs. So, for those of you who didn't enjoyed Daddy's Day yesterday. Yay! Daddy, 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 daddy. Hopefully you out of that and you got what you needed. And it's only for the dads who actually love being dads, who don't want to ruin anyone's childhood because they didn't get one. And they seek to rob their child of their own. There are people like that. And yes, ever present. But I was fortunate enough to have a daddy that loved to watch me do whatever it was I doing, even if it wasn't nothing. I used to be like, Daddy, look, 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 I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And he'd be like, whether it was bullshit or not, he'd just be like, he loved it. So yes, I used to make up tapes, I used to make up dances, I used to make my friends dance, like, we gonna do this. We used to be SUV and all that stuff. Cause I used to throw a show for Daddy. All Daddy had to do was give me one of them looks, and I'd be like, dang, my whole world is crumbling. Why did he look at me like that? And that's to show you my daddy loved me so much that only he didn't have to beat me. Like, if he even looked like he was going to hit me, I just would crumble. But like, he would give me a look, and I knew to get my stuff right. And it was so thorough. It was like, yes. So shout out to the real dads and the real moms who are out here just doing a thing, and they can really serve you a look and get you straight together. Okay. So shout out to the straightening of the moms and the real dads. Shout out to you once again. Happy Father's Day. It's upsetting that you aren't going to get to see my live in rotation from Father's Day because someone was very selfish because they knew they were less than. So it is what it is. The truth stands. The truth stands. Looking at things. Anyway, somebody's aunt is annoying. Somebody's got aunties that are annoying, and they are very meddlesome, and they're very intrusive. But really, somebody's sending them to ask questions. I don't know if it's their husband, your mother, or your auntie just nosy like that, and she be trying to hook you up because her husband ain't as great as what you is. Some of y'all got familiar incest where the women in your family just keep meeting bum ass niggas, and you always the substitute. And you don't even understand that most of these men wouldn't even have a chance if they didn't have you to run to all the time. So sometimes you need to tighten up on whatever you making sure, because you basically are helping them stay in bad relationships because they don't understand that these men are not bringing the thing that they need to bring to the relationship if they always got to call you. You understand me? Right. It's like the boyfriend they don't ever have to put out for. So they ain't got to really meet a good man because all they got to do is call you when their man ain't shit. Don't be that guy, because you're helping people stay in raggedy relationships. And it's vice versa for women. But most women know where they helping other people stay in raggedy relationships via aunts, mothers. Like, they will meet everybody and act like they meet nobody, and the whole time they helping you keep your relationship busted because they know that they getting cheated on. So they think everybody's getting cheated on because they get cheated on. Vicious cycle. Anyway, so Proverbs 5. This is the end of the Proverbs run, and you guys can take the reign because Proverbs is very, very lengthy, and some of you don't read books. I'm reading this for you. Okay, so let's keep going. My son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But her end is bitter and wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way from far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Lest strangers be filled with tiny wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. And thou mourn at the last when thy flesh and thy body are consumed, and say, How have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. Hmm. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sin. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Amen. Selah, so be it, so let it be. And that is Proverbs 5. If you'd like to go over and see what it says itself, I don't make it up. I just give you the word, how the word has been given to me. Woo, 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 woo. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. For those of us who are dealing with the school break, how are you? These kids are eating wonderful. Make sure that you're not letting them lack on water, fruit, and vegetables. The meat is not so important, but it is nice, a nice treat. But definitely keep harping on those vegetables. Try something new every so often. Maybe you could put more fruit in your salads, and that would make that a little bit more fun. Or try to make some different kind of dressings. One of my favorite kinds of dressings, you can add olive oil, lemon juice, cilantro, a hint of honey, maybe a tablespoon or two, honey, cracked black pepper, and a little bit of sea salt. That is one of the purest and nicest house dressings that you can make, and you can put on just about on anything. And here's something else that you could do. You can also make couscous salad. For those of us who are liking grains, rice doesn't have to be the only grain that you get. And spaghetti, you can also do semolina. You can do semolina noodles, pasta, things of that nature. You could do that as well. But couscous is a nice alternative grain to rice. It actually is a superfood. It has a lot more vitamin A in it, and it has a lot of better properties in couscous. Depending on how you can fix it, you can also make it a salad. You can put it with some tomatoes. You can put the warm with the cool. Couscous is very versatile, so get familiar with it. It's a great alternative to having rice all the time. Or if you like other things like soup, you could try things like Italian wedding. That's good. It's usually made with either spinach or your type of green, whatever you like to put in it. Green, you can make up some chicken meatballs yourself, or you could just have alternative. You can make turkey meatballs, or you can make ground beef meatballs. However, just follow the instructions. Usually those meatballs have something to do with you have to prepare the meatballs separately first, okay? And get broth and things of that nature. But definitely those are some things that you can do as an alternative if you're getting tired of eating the same things over and over and over again. Couscous. You can add fruit to your salads, any kind of fruit. Be fun. It's okay. Try making your own salad dressings. And don't forget to make pretty juice every so often. I haven't made my pretty juice in about a week or so I'm definitely going to be getting me some fruits and putting something together, okay? All right, but definitely don't lack on that water. Your body definitely needs water because we're definitely sweating the toxins out. Me, myself, love a good sweat in the summer because it pushes everything out that you don't need. It also is good with acne. If you get acne, sweating will help detoxify. So I know some people are like, oh, I hate sweating. I don't like sweating. Sweating is so unattractive. Well, you're not human, are you? What's going on? If you don't get the toxins out some way, they'll push out in ways like boils. Your body will start acting a certain kind of way. Your complexion will change, and yes, you'll get acne if you don't like to sweat, especially for those who wear lots and lots of makeup. Let's think about the less plugging of the pores. I know you've got to look good, you've got to be on fleek. But during the time that you don't have to be on fleek, definitely allow yourself to sweat. It's going to help, okay? It's going to help. Me, I've never really went through a big acne phase. Like I could get a bump or something, but it'll be gone like immediately as soon as I like eat something or sweat or something. So be mindful of that. And yeah, I think the only time I had some face stuff going on was when I had chicken pox. And you believe it or not, as a torture, as a humiliation, I was made to go to the movies as soon as I like got the chicken pox and she see my face was all messed up. She was like, "Come on, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to your face." And it wasn't because I'm still me, whether I had the marks on my face or not. They were just gonna go away. I wish Michael Jackson would have had like I wish Michael Jackson would have had that same reverie when that happened, when whatever that happened back then, when that girl pointed at him and said he had acne and made him decide to change things because he was so hot. Like, why? Okay. So shout out to MJ. Rest in peace. Okay. So I've got the Astro Matrix here. I've got the Astro Matrix here. I know I was doing all that fussing in the beginning, but I had to because people don't understand that I do have a side to me where I do stand on business. It's just that if I feel as though you're disrespectful to your life and everybody else's life, why would I sit there and waste my breath explaining to you where you're just going to try to disrespect me and go past my boundaries anyway? So a lot of times that's why people don't get the word and all that from me. Why am I getting all that when at the end of the day I'm going to be wasting my breath and asking for another fight that I don't want to have? So that's how I, maintain not being stressed out for the most part. But sometimes people got to see you get a little snippety snappity, understand before they understand that fat meat is greasy. Fat meat is actually greasy. I actually do think less of you. I don't think you're all that. I just don't want to keep saying it because you are in denial. Okay, so we've got Aquarius pulling up on me. We've got a trine, and then we've got a Virgo. Of course, we've got a Virgo. 1313, death and death. Why does that make me so happy? Morbid. Anyway, so we've got a Seven of Swords. So we've got people still stealing, still running around trying to be sneaky, trying to hack, trying to extract information, trying to do whatever they are because they call themselves the children of the night or whatever. And yikes. Just for the answer, I don't know. That's two fire signs. So it all depends on the properties and what you guys are willing to do. Okay, so now we've got this sneakiness of the Aquarius. This is 7. So this is never good. This 7 of Swords. This is a lot of sneaky, a lot of cutthroat. This is a lot of backdooring. This is like going behind people's back and having conversations and creating stagnations to someone's skills. So someone is sneaking behind live a life. So somebody's a rat. They're trying to chew through somebody's foundation because they have none of their own. So maybe they need a hot in a cot. Maybe they need another night in a hotel. Maybe they need some gas money, but this is why they're doing it. They're doing it for crumbs. Crumbs with bums, it comes with the territory. So somebody's breadcrumbing the whole neighborhood to do their dirty work so that they can stay out of prison. Pretty much. So they're cohorts. Yay. So they won't at least go to jail by themselves. You'll have company. You'll know people there. Anyway, so yeah, that's the 7 of Swords, the Hanged One, and the 8 of Pentacles. So 8 plus 7. Isn't that like that's not 16, that's 15. 15 plus 12 is 27, which makes that a 9. So we've got to pray, you guys. We've got to pray while the people are trying to pray on us. We've definitely got to go to God and do a few other things. I ain't just saying pray without works, because guess what? This is what they think we do. They think that we just pray like, oh God. No, after we pray, we get up and we go do a few things. We just don't tell you which we do. It's just we pray. We pray. So yeah, so while this is all going on, get prayed up, you're going to have to get into your spiritual hygiene, because these people are using practices that you know they ain't using regular practices. They're using their Scientology and their hypnosis and a few people to just hack people and steal people's things, and get next to them with the jammers and the relay systems and try to see what they can extract, files they can extract, because they've learned from the office of Brandon Scott how to do this shit with the OIG report. Yes, I said it. Same people doing that, same people doing this shit. All right, so yeah, this is what this is. It's a 9. Everybody pray. I know I'm freezing up some time because somebody's attempting to manipulate my page as I'm on it, because they don't want me to say the things that I'm saying, because it's the truth. And I saw that delay just now. So somebody's definitely trying to do their bibbity bop on my page as it is. But God says, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender with you. Return to sender, return to sender. I got nothing to do with you. All right, so somebody's up all night, heartbroken. They're in blind faith. All right, some people are going through blind faith. Like that last card that I had pulled, it was a Virgo card. I'm going to do the Reiki, okay? The last card that I pulled on that first card was a Virgo card, so we're going to start from Virgo. And like I said, they're being sneaky. They're having conversations. They're trying to save their reputation as it goes down the toilet. See, this is the thing. Eventually, you're going to have to accept to the fact that people see you, have known you for a long time, and they know what you're like. You like to get ahead of people and say that, oh, they're doing this to me, they're talking about me, they're this, they're that, because you take your physical form and you use it as a weapon against people. But I know you. It does not matter what form you are in. You are still despicable. You are still divisive. You don't care who you hurt, because you take out your gangster fantasies on everybody. And your life is an example of exactly that. You put bad energy out, you get bad energy in. This is why you can't really complain, because you know the things that you've done. So the shit that happened to you, you have to accept it all in the same. Ain't no sense in you getting mad at things you already understand. And this is why I don't understand why you mad at me for telling the truth when you trying to hinder me. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. It's the selective outrage for me. Ugh. Anyway, like I said, so now we're in Libra after Virgo, because most Virgos, when they don't want to be told nothing or they don't want to be corrected, they will do the most in the opposite. They won't correct themselves. They will try to fact check and correct everybody else, when in fact they are the ones that are wrong. And I need Virgos to stop trying to be perfectionists in other people's lives while they are not perfect at all. You spend your life trying to fight a truth that is you, while lying about every dang thing else. I don't understand. And for some reason, they know how to get money. It's because they lie so goddamn much. Like, a Virgo will lie first. I'm not lying. They'll be in church lying first, just to make sure. And they don't mind. Some of them don't mind recanting, but they gonna lie first because they gotta look good first. It's just something in them. They just gotta look good first before they tell the truth. Before they, all right, well, I guess I can tell the truth. It's not that bad. As long as I'm a little bit better than you, I can deal with my truth. And that's how a Virgo is. As long as they can manage it to be a little bit more better than your truth, that's the only way they can handle their truth, is if they can make your truth look like less better than theirs. It's a weird shit that Virgos do, but now that I said it, now you're going to see it. Okay, so now we're in Libra, right? We're in Libra. And Libra and Gemini are air signs, which are communication signs. Libra is justice. It's supposed to be justice. It's indecision, decision making, that sort of thing. Law, reciprocation, evenness, and they like Libras like to look good. They like to make a good show, even though the show may be a shit show, but they like to look good, okay? So Libra is definitely in law. Nobody ever said law was fair, but law is law, okay? So someone's nine, their prayers and their hopes and their wishes got them up at night because they know they don't deserve whatever they're asking for. So they're up at the crossroads pretty much all night trying to, I guess, pray or manipulate their way out of whatever situation they've gotten themselves into, although it's starting to break them down a little bit. So, this blind faith and decision in Libra, see, Libra moon 2. Blind faith decisions have to be made, right? And this is all by intuition. So, someone's leading by intuition and knowing that they may or may not have to cut off Libra or in Libra season. So something's going to go on either for a Libra or Libra season. This is the Libra reading. Take what resonates. We have a Libra, Gemini, and Pisces on the cards. Take what resonates. Someone's up at night because of blind decisions, but they intuitively know that something's not going to be a great outcome for them. All right. So we got 9 and 2, which is 10 plus 18, which turns that into a 28, which turns that into a 10, which is wish fulfillment. At the end of this cycle, things will become revealed. This moon will probably flip into a sun. All right. And everything shall be exposed. Right now, when the moon comes out under moonlight, it's just illumination, right? It's pointing that some things may be amiss. Some things are coming down the pipeline. That's what the intuition is. When the sun comes, that is exposure. That is when it is coming out. That's when it's in your face. You cannot deny it. It has been presented with facts. Okay. So the moon is here now. We're waiting for the sun to come out. That was the Libra reading. Okay. So let's get on over. Hey, how you doing? Good morning, Scorpio. Let's get on over to the Scorpio and let's keep going. How are we? For anybody who just came, good morning. How are you? We have Emperor energy just popping out here in the Scorpio reading. And the Knight of Swords, which is good. Oh, the Ten of Cups. I love it here, right? Okay, let's go. So we have Emperor energy here, and that is good. Someone has good leadership skills, or they like to be a leader, or they're learning how to be a leader. It all has levels to it, okay? Then we have the Knight of Swords, which is a nice energy coming forward. Not cutthroat, but willing to cut off, willing to go into action, willing to do the things that need to be done, okay? With a lot of veracity, all right? So, meaning things gonna get done, all right? And then we have the wish fulfillment. So, there's an emperor right now who's coming through to get some things together because he doesn't like to see all this mess all the time, especially when he's trying to get to something. So there's an emperor that's probably, I'm not going to say probably, there's an emperor that's coming to clean some mess up. I don't know if it's romantic, plutonic, or just a business, but if somebody really wants to get to the bag, they're going to cut through all the red tape and the yellow tape, and they're going to get to the bag because they see something that is going to be wish fulfillment, whether it be business, whether it be family, whether it just be a relationship that can grow into something much bigger. This is what we're talking about. And it doesn't have to be a male, but it can be a female who is in leadership, who's trying to get some straightening. She's got wish fulfillment through the red tape. All right. So if somebody tried to cut through all the bull crap to get through wish fulfillment, and that is a 14, which is going to require temperance. It's going to require a little bit of finagling. It's going to require good communication. It's going to require a little bit of thinking and a lot of keeping your mouth controlled. Okay, so there's going to be some temperance bringing forth this wish fulfillment. Hopefully this resonates. This has been the Scorpio reading. We have Aries. Think before they act. That is the best way to go forward. Awesome. That's going to bring about wish fulfillment, definitely. All right, so let's get into Sagittarius. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We've got the world at the bottom. So the world is watching and waiting to see the outcome of this here spiritual war. And yes, it is indeed spiritual when a lot of things are going into it. Someone's way of life, their culture, the way they see things, their value. When someone's confidence, when someone's experience in this life is being questioned by other people other than God, it is a spiritual war. Because how dare you be on this earth fighting the same elements, yet you fight me? You need to go on and fight yourself. Come on, Sagittarius, let's go. There are people that are less than perfect that need you to jump through a bunch of hoops and fail so that they can feel good at the things that they never tried. We've got the Hermit, we've got the Ten of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Sagittarius reading. We got Virgo, Gemini, and Queen of Pentacles coming straight out. So we've got the Hermit energy, which means someone's going into recluse, but they're looking out. Light. So someone's looking and searching. So then we've got the Ten of Swords. I told you these vultures I look at as the judges. They're looking at a carcass and they look at what's going to be left after this person is torn apart by their decisions. Okay, so maybe they're hiding but they're looking. They're hiding but they're looking, right? They're hiding but they're looking. Hiding but they're looking. They are trying to see if anyone sees, even if they're not looking at your direction. Eventually they're going to smell the blood and see that someone's bleeding out from indeed the deeds that they did put their hands in. So I must have been right. I rarely get my chakras mixed up. So there's a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo, Gemini that is being seen. And they're wounded. They're wounded very badly because of the things they've enacted. So these 10 swords, they had a hand in all the 10 swords that went into their back. They just never thought it would uno reverse return to sender. But the judges are here and they're looking at what they can salvage from whatever this is, okay? So be mindful when the vultures are around and there's a carcass. Hey, the judges can salvage anything. They're going to get money one way or another. Just be sure of what you're doing because, yeah, that part. So the Queen of Pentacles. So we're going to say that someone's been caught pretending to be the Queen of Pentacles. Reading Sun, Moon, Rising. Someone's been caught. Take what resonates. Doesn't have to be that specific sign. There's a Virgo, there's a Gemini, and there's a Sagittarius out here looking like a fool because they tried to be the Queen of Pentacles. I got an icebox where my heart used to be. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I be having so much fun. All right, so 9 and 10. That was the 19, and 10 is wish fulfillment. Yes, I'm glad you getting caught up. That's a 10. My wish fulfillment is that you could stop playing in people's energy and stop acting like you the Queen of Pentacles when you's a damn thief, identity thief, a scammer, a fraud, a booster, if you will. You're a sham. Bop, bop-a-loo, bop-a-lop, bam, boom. Tutti frutti, all fruity. Tutti frutti, all fruity. Tutti frutti, all fruity. A bop, bop-a-loo, bop-a-lop, bam, boom. Woo. Okay. So death and transformation pop right out on Capricorn. So embarrassing. Okay, so it doesn't mean literally, but one could dream a little dream. Okay, so 13 is death and transformation, so let's get on with it. 10 of Wands. Ooh, heavy. It's all heavy. That's Gucci Mane. For those of you who know, I used to love me some Roderick Davis, but I'm all grown up now. He cool. Shout out to Keisha Kayor. I don't know what y'all doing, but whatever. Right. It's none of my business. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. And thou shalt not covet another woman's treasure or another man's woman, because you don't know what's going on in that household. All you know is that they look good together. You don't know if they beating each other up, tearing each other apart, how the mental's going. You don't know what's feeding anyone. You don't know what's going on in other people's lives. That's why it's not good to covet other people's partners. Unless you're going to make a sincere effort, it's not good to covet other people's partners or plot on anyone's home. Okay, so we got death and transformation in Scorpio. We've got the Ten of Wands in Sagittarius. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a clear vision to a fresh start. So Capricorn, you may be going through a death and transformation, maybe awakening of sorts, or maybe a tower moment. But this is a heavy burden, or has been a heavy burden to you. However, there is a new beginning at the end of the road. Okay, you see, all you have to do is play your part, play this out. A lot of us, we think that death and transformation means that you get to skip over the karma or skip over the deeds you've done. No, you actually do have to surrender and deal with what you have to deal with. It'll be a lot quicker if you surrender, atone, repent, and go through what you have to go through to get to your new beginning. A lot of you don't want to skip the hard work, and you tell yourselves that you're able to do whatever to skip the hard work. You want to put your karma on everybody else. You want to take shortcuts, but that is not the way to go. If you do give your karma to someone else, you are also giving your new beginning to someone else. It works that way. So go forward, be an adult, take responsibility for what you have to take responsibility for. There is a new beginning. Trouble do not last always. And this is the Capricorn reading. Take what resonates. Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. That was it. The numbers are 23, which is 5. Expect changes. Unexpected changes. That is the life path 5. A lot of unexpected changes. All right, let's keep going. We're going into Aquarius. How are you? Good morning. We are in Cancer season, but this is a Aquarius reading. How are we? Don't answer that. I just like for you to ask yourself, how are you doing right now? In relation to this reading, how are you doing? Okay. 0, the Fool. Then we've got the 3, and then we've got the 6. 0, 3, 6. All right. That's kind of cool. 0, 36, 36, 63. Is someone 63? Someone 36. We've got the 0, which is the Fool. That is Uranus, and the number is 0, which is a new beginning, fresh start, or a new thing, trying out a thing. All right, or you could just be the Fool. Let's go forward. We've got the 3, which is the Empress, which is abundance and health and life. She's got some peacock feathers. She's got rolling hills of relief. She's got fruit. She's got a lot of things going on. So there is abundance representing the Empress. She looks good. This looks great. This is Aquarian energy. This is the Aquarian reading. It's very feminine. It's very high maintenance. It's very high thinking. It's high velocity. Great. Then we've got the six of cups, which is equal give and take to the universe, which is equal give and take to your inner child, your outer child, the elderly, the everything. So this is great. This is advocacy. This is just making sure everything around you gets exactly the blessing that you get too. So this is Uranus energy, which is a little strange. People's like a fish out of water. It's real refreshing, right? Refreshing, abundant, and just good all around, and Scorpio with and very passionate as well. So it's a lot of passion. Yeah, I know. I got on and I ran my mouth a bit this morning, but okay. Okay, so I can be a bit of a beastie at times. It's just that people like to play when you speak a little soft, and they take advantage of that, not knowing that you have a roar. I definitely have a roar. So 3 6, that's a 9. Lots of praying, lots of restoration and dignity. Okay, so go forward, love, and continue to keep your spiritual hygiene up, and your prayers are definitely being answered. Look at this beautiful butterfly. It is floating right in the middle there. That is a lot of freedom. That is great. That's freedom, independence, abundance, growth, fertility. Everything right now that you touch should come towards some fruition. Oh, that's great. Effortlessly. You just walk about and things are blooming right there near you. It doesn't matter. Opportunities, people smile, children look your way, animals seem to be so interested in you. Even the flowers bow as you walk by. It's like you command nature, and nature just has a natural signal toward you. That is beautiful, honey. Look at this energy. Look at it. It looks like my flower I have in my head, doesn't it? Oh, great. And then we have this Empress here. Yes, this is beautiful energy. And then it's the sixth. This is good. Okay, so Empresses go forward. Emperors go forward too, because emperors have these things. You know, I love to see when a man loves animals and loves the land and loves to just do things around and just take care of his element. Not so in a way like a psychopath, not this running around randomly just trying to do things to see if they can get attention for it or see if they can get money for it. I'm talking about someone who actually does really love the land, loves to nurture the land. They're not doing things to try to upset anyone. They're just really good animal people. They like to feed people. They like to make sure everybody is taken care of. They don't have ogling, dangerous eyes. When they look at you, they're looking at you with protection and not predatorily. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to those emperors and empresses that are definitely out here in these streets taking care of things abundantly and still protecting in the same way. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords, which is a lot of mental clarity. There are some people who are getting a better picture of things, a better picture of life, and a better latitude, longitude of where they are in this great land of chakras. Okay. All right, so Pisces, here we are. Let's go, Pisces. Let's go. Let's get a good shuffle for the Pisces. What's up, y'all? What's up? So we got the Three of Wands. I get this quite often in Pisces, and we got the Two of Cups. Ooh, boy. So somebody, the Emperors, led someone into a relationship of binding. So somebody got someone binded to something, and that don't look too great. I got 328. I got 328. March 28th. Shit, this is really I got March 28th, or I got 824, or I got or I got February. Wow. I got February the 3rd. So there are a lot of relationships here that are binded. You guys are not together because you love each other. You're together because y'all trauma bonded. So I got in Pisces, somebody is looking off into the distance at somebody's actually looking back at things. They're traveling in their mind. Someone's looking back at a bunch of relationships, and they're realizing that a lot of people are binded. That's them looking at the things that they do. So somebody in Pisces, there's a Pisces high priestess or high priest, whoever this is, they bind people. This is what they do. They don't get into relationships, regular relationships. They get into binding contracts. They are like the type of get a cell phone bill with you and then don't pay it. And then you guys go into debt, or get a house and then don't be in it. Like they start trauma, or they'll get you pregnant, or like anything, buy you a dog and leave you with it just so they can come back. So it's somebody who runs around just binding people with stuff. They might leave stuff over your house, leave a toothbrush. That way, if you get a boyfriend or something, they can come back and knock on the door. Hey, my toothbrush is in there. My toothbrush is in there. I left some boxers. That type of stuff. Somebody didn't want me to say that because I don't be drooling. They like trying to do anything. They like make her do something, make her do something so that she looks ridiculous. Because I can't take this anymore. She's giving me a tongue lashing. She's making me live in my reality. Ah, coward. Anyway, living the reality. Um, there are a lot of relationships that are about to go through a big major uphaul because a lot of people are starting to realize that they have trauma bonded. They don't really like the person that they have. They just have a responsibility that they just put together. Maybe at some point they had some money and they decided, hey, this will work out because I got money. And then they realized that they spent it and now they can't really leave because they didn't sign some contracts. So yeah, there's some people that are going to go back over some things because how the hell I end up with you? I ain't allowing nothing you do. Don't got no time for playing a fool. You're making and you're breaking up. You're making and you're breaking up. Hey, you're making and you're breaking the rules. You're making and you're breaking the rules. How the hell? How the hell I end up with you? You're making and you're breaking the rules. You're making and you're breaking up. You're making and you're breaking the rules. All right, so somebody's got a situation going on where the goalpost is always continuously moving because if you should ever get settled or save up some money or get a chance to think, you'll realize that this relationship is not what it's cracked up to be, and the goalpost is always constantly being moved. You're never meant to get comfortable in that relationship. You need to understand that relationship is meant to keep you on your toes so that you don't ever realize that you could actually go somewhere else and find peace. Some people just keep up a lot of problems in a relationship because they don't know how to deal without chaos. Lack of chaos makes them feel like they're not getting love. Stay away from people. I pray that love never finds me. I don't like that. If we got to be in chaos to be together, I don't want to be together. Nope. All right, so that's Pisces. Let's get out of there. The numbers are 3, 2, and 8, 5, and 8. That's 10, 13. Death and transformation. So there are a lot of things that are going to be put to rest, and some people are going to change, or some people are going to change the way that they relationship because they're going to realize that trauma bonding isn't exactly getting to know a person and being with them because why did you always have to help? Why is this person always in a situation? Did you get a princess or did you get a damsel in distress and you just like the damn crying? The crying made you feel important. If she should ever have nothing to damn cry about, you won't feel useful. And then that's going to be a problem for you. Because why in the hell got cool? All right. So with that being said, let's get on over to the Aries. That the suns and the signs in that was Aries, Cancer, and Gemini. Take what resonates. Doesn't have to be those signs. Just pay attention. I don't even know who Eric is. That was wild. Come on, adults. Let's act stuff in adult ways, okay? All right, Aries. Moon. Lots of intuition, lots of blind faith. And it's this Nine of Swords. It's like the back and forth. So someone's intuition and someone's blind faith is causing someone to stay up late at night. And they are not sleeping and they're not liking this. So someone doesn't like that. You don't even need any proof to know that you don't like them. It's nothing more I can say. Someone is upset that you don't want to try. You already know that you don't like them and you don't want to try. So they're upset that they don't have a chance or they didn't give themselves an honest chance. However, whatever they presented, they're upset about it because you intuitively know that ain't where you're going to be at. And know you didn't need to try it to know you didn't like it. So someone's butthurt over the fact that they didn't get a chance to play in your energy or at least try to. And that's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not a problem. All right, so that was Aries. That was pretty short and curt. That's Pisces, Libra, and Gemini. And that reading, and that's okay. That's going to be okay. You aren't always who you think you are in other people's lives. Some people like it and some people don't. And you have to be adult enough to know when to hold them or know when to fold them. All right, all right. Let's go, Taurus. What's up with you? What's going on? Did we start? Where did we start? We started off in Virgo. That is August, September, the end of August, the beginning of September. That's when Virgo is. And they like to be in the dirt and keep their hands clean, or they like to keep their hands clean and be in the dirt. It's never an in between. They just like to do that. That's just how they operate. Okay, Taurus, here we go. The Magician, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. So someone is trying to manipulate some money and the crowds are going wild. Public recognition. There are people watching as all this goes about. There are pentacles. There are people that are investors. There are people not investors. There's the people that just are having fun in life, but they're looking in on things. Excuse me, why? And we've got an obsession since the whole entire number is 15. So there's an obsession with these pentacles. There's an obsession with manipulation. There's obsession with pentacles. There's obsession with control. There's obsession with public recognition. So in Taurus, there is somebody who was basically manifesting money and public recognition, and they're obsessed with it. They're fixated on it. It's very excessive. It's like make or break. So if they don't get what they want, this is going to be very terrifying to them. This is all they got. They're giving it all they got. Look, it looks like they're not even eating. They're not. Everything that they have is manifesting into this one. Look, they look gaunt. It's like, I've got to make this happen. I've got to make this happen. Okay, so definitely trying to be in control of some money, some pentacles, and definitely trying to have the public recognition or sway the crowd. All right, so that is the Taurus reading. 1, 4, 10 is 15. We've got a Mercury. We've got Capricorn and Virgo. Very stubborn. So someone is very fixated and stubborn and obsessed, which is not a good trying to be. Someone is really hard spent. They put all their all into these moves, and God forbid. So yeah, that's just not my problem. So we gonna keep it moving because somebody is really hard spent on trying to control the pentacles and the way the public sees them or someone or something. All right, and that's 1 + 4 + 10, which is 15. And that turns into a 6, which is equal given to the universe. Whatever you would sow is what you shall reap. So if you sowed a lot of control and manipulation into the world, just know that that's going to be the backfire that you're not in control of. And that is your reading for Taurus. Okay, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy, Jimmy, Jim. Jim, Jimmy, Jim, Jim, Jimmy, Jim, Jim, Jimmy, Jim, Jim, Jimmy, Jim. Dum, 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 whimsical, magical Gemini. And I'm not just saying that because I'm partial. Whimsical, magical Gemini. I am the Jim that I say I am because I am not her. I am him. So there is a man, or there's a woman that has masculine tendencies. Because what did I say? Yes, I am the Jim that I say I am. Yes, I am not her, but yes, I am him. So there is a masculine woman of sorts here in my energy right now, and she is trying to balance out her polarities because she needs something in this damn cup. This cup is silver. What do you need in that cup? You need some drink? You need some scissor? What do you need? Some lean? What did you do? What are you doing? What do you need? Huh? Where are you there? Are you delusional? Do you want another shot of that stuff that makes you feel like it's got liquid courage in it so you can give it your best shot? I don't know what you're doing, but the Queen of Swords is here with the balancing of the 10 of the Pentacles, and then we've got the Knight of Cups. The only thing here is the Two of Pentacles. So someone's going to find out that they are in fact who they are not. They are who they are. Miss Madame, sir, would you, whatever you'd like to be called, as masculine as you would like to come off, my dear, because you're coming off in the Gemini thing, so it means that you're like two-faced, or you're multi-leveled, or you're multifaceted, or something like that. And even though you do come off masculine, you are very much a female, and the universe is going to remind you of that. Maybe your menstrual, maybe your breasts are going to start acting up, you know, things that you probably ignore all the time. The universe is going to remind you how very female your body is still. Even though you would like to throw your body parts to the wind because they stop your grind or whatever you got going on, the universe does not care what you think in your head, how delusional you may be. You got this silver cup. So the universe is about to put something in your cup to remind you exactly who the universe is, and you ain't who you thought you was. All right, so that was for the South Node Gemini that is here, because this is a Gemini reading. You're going through a Mercury, no, not a Mercury. You're going through a Jupiter retrograde, which is more intense and actually more focused, right? So it's messing up with your feelings and things of that nature. You're going to have a different kind of menstrual, or your menstrual is about to phase out. However, the universe is going to do what it can to remind you of just how much feminine power you have, because even though you have tried to trade out your feminine power for masculine power, there is power in being a feminine, and the universe will not hesitate to slap you in the back of your head and say, hey, Miss, Ma'am, sir, whatever you like to dress as, you're still a goddamn woman, okay? You're still a woman. It doesn't matter how you LGBTQIA, whatever, how many alphabets you put behind it, you're going to deal with the reality of the things. You see them big old boats you got there? They're tits, okay? You see that thing you try to ignore there? It's still what it is. It still has to do what it does every month, or whenever we decide we're going to turn the flow on. So as masculine as you'd like to be, and as much as you'd like to overpower other feminines with your proposed sexuality or non-binary thing, the reality is you are who you are, and you have to accept yourself first before you want the universe to accept whatever you think you are, okay? And that is not my problem. Again, not my problem. So that was for that Gemini. I don't even have to go into North Node, because North Node Geminis are just what the fuck they are. And that's just not my problem either. All right, so go on to Cancer. Boom. Hey, Cancer, what's going on? What's going on? My crybaby thuggers. My crybaby thuggers. See, Cancers are different because they can cry on cue, even though they don't have a damn feeling sometimes. They just know that the tears may get them what they want. Maybe get you to shut up. Those fake tears have gotten more people married than good years. Oh boy, crybaby Cancer. All right, let's go. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Okay, then we've got the Five of Wands. Then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. The only reason why I laugh is because of what I just said, and then I turn around and I see the world. We got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hand. He ain't got this one in his hand. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's fighting. He's got pants on. Who's this thing in the dress? I'm not going to say what it is, because, hey, the living in the world that we're in, there's probably a man who's getting caught up the fact that he dresses like a girl when he goes out sometimes, and ain't nobody know he was doing all that shit. Somebody also likes to cosplay Somebody likes to get dressed up in furry things and do freaky things. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it how we do on the Discovery Channel. Here we go now. With me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it how we do on the Discovery Channel. Here we go now. I guess when they put on the costumes, they forget that they're a man or a woman. They just feel like an animal. Yikes. We did talk about those natural flavors for a second yesterday. That comes from an animal's booty holes. So if you're reading something and the ingredient says natural flavors, it's a booty hole you're taking. Don't worry. I drink Coca-Cola, cherry Coca-Cola, and it pisses me off every time I read that damn ingredient shit. Anyway, so we've got a lot of Neptune and Jupiter here. So there's a lot of crossing of the signals. However, there's a lot of fight. It's a worldly fight. It's a world. It's of the world. It's a worldly fight over these pinnacles. Someone's grown their pinnacles, and these people are fighting over it because, I don't know, maybe they don't have any other thing that they want to do besides fight somebody over their things. Look how she's looking at them like, how sway? Like, I'm over here in the garden all dirty and shit, and they got a nerve to be dressed up and fighting over my damn things. She ought to just get some mud balls and just pow, pop them in the head, and then maybe they won't fight. But we living in a crazy world for sure, where people will do more fighting to get your money than fighting to get their own damn lives together. I don't get it. What the hell did you go get hired at the post office for if you wasn't going to just wait for your own damn check? Because, I mean, you guys get pretty good checks, and it's pretty hard to fire you guys. But I'm just trying to figure out why you decided to take your job to mess somebody else's stuff up like you don't get money. A lot of the problem with you guys is you watch TV too much. You watch social media too much. So you feel as though you got to have what other people have right now. So you don't mind stealing. And then the fact that these social media things be making you feel like you're going to get a slap on the wrist, ha 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 ha, until they clink on your ass, and then you sitting there writing letters for the rest of your damn life until you come up on another scheme because you really don't learn your lessons now, do you? No, you don't. Okay, so not my problem. Here I am, just coming to tell you what's going on. All right, so we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, then we've got 5, then we've got a 7. So 5 and a 7 together is 12, and then we put the 10 together. The 10 with the 12 is 22, which is foundation. So a lot of you have learned how to steal. You grew up stealing. You grew up around people who steal all the goddamn time. So you really never thought nothing of it until you started stealing. And then you said, hey, I didn't get caught this time. I didn't get caught that time. So you don't think you can get caught until that shit happens. And then you found out that fat meat gets greasy. Oh, well, sometimes you just got to let the first time be the last time, or the first time will be the first time of many. I remember that chick. She said, I ain't never been to jail, and then boom, on her way in the paddy wagon. All right. Sometimes you got to be slow to speak and slow to act because you don't know what you're putting yourself into. Change of your life's paradigm. All right, let's go. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, the 5, and then the 7. And I told you that's going to be a 22, and the 22 is 4. So somebody's foundation has been started on a bunch of bull crap and chasing other people's money. So somebody actually was born to be a scammer, and that's all right. Just know that you may not die the same way. All right, let's go. Hold up, did I cheat you on anything? Nope, I need to tell you. You're a Taurus, you're a Leo. You're a Taurus and a Leo, and maybe nobody has ever slapped you before, or you've never gotten in trouble before, but it's going to happen. Everybody gets their turn. Nobody gets out of here without getting their turn here. So enjoy the ride while you can. Toot toot. Major Pain. I like that, you. Major Pain. He had such a busted personality, and it wasn't his own fault, but it took a lot to will him back, to dial him back. I'm so glad he found his humanity, even though he caused so much hell. Good Lord. All right, so the Phoenix is out here, which is judgment has been called on someone. That was the Cancer that we just got rid of out there. Somebody, that was the Cancer reading with the scammers, with the Leo and the Taurus. So yeah, they think that their way of life is okay until they really get caught up. They haven't gotten their big one yet. They've been able to finagle so far. So maybe this is the end of their run, because here's judgment, and I'm calling judgment right now. Eight of Cups, all right, and that's escapism. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. So we've got judgment going on. Then we've got escapism. Someone wants to get away. You got to get away. American woman, stay away from me. American woman, mama, let me be. Don't come knocking around my door. I don't want to see your face no more. Pretty lips and thick old thighs. I don't want to, Now, woman. Oh, it's Cherry Pie. Yeah, it's Cherry Pie. That's the lyric. That's the lyric. I lost it for a second, but that's Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz. All right, so somebody just thinks that they have the essence, but they don't have the talent, because what the hell are you doing? All right, so I don't know where that came from. So escapism. So somebody likes to pretend that everything is okay, and they get their cups and they go into their mountains. They go wherever they go to isolate themselves, and they like to pretend things aren't being destroyed behind them. Oh boy. So this is veracity. This is the judgment, in which judgment is coming. So while they escape, they don't even understand that there is the other shoe is about to drop anytime now. So let's put these numbers together. 28 means 10. Wish fulfillment. Yeah. So somebody might just leave. They might go. They might never come back. We don't know why. We don't know where they went, and we're not going to go look for them. Okay? So if you should ever find peace in your life, somebody left. Somebody decided that it was not worth it to keep doing whatever they was doing, and it just needed to go. And bye. Bombay. Okay, so that was judgment. 28. That's a 10. Wish fulfillment with veracity. All right. And that was the Leo. And that was Mercury, Pisces. Mercury and Pisces in the Leo. Yeah, that fits. Excuse me. That fits. I don't know why that happened. That fits. All right, so that was the last one. That was Leo. Thank you for blessing. That was Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising with the Pisces. So if there's a Leo with a Pisces, or Leo, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, yeah, a lot of escapism happened, but now you're under judgment, and it is coming. Judgment is coming with veracity. It's like Fruit Ninja. Ah, I would love to have some katanas. I'll keep the covers on while I actually practice. All right, so hopefully you have a great Monday. Oops, I'm sorry. Where am I going? I have one more thing to give you. Let's share. Whimsical me. All right, so I just did that little turnsy just to switch the energy, because I wanted to do my Reiki before I got off, because it is Monday. I just, not having to rush off to school made me feel a bit relaxed, but I do understand that there are some people that still have to clock in, and they do need the Reiki before they go on. Okay, so let's focus. Let's center ourselves. Think about anything that you could think of from your childhood foundation. Think about going to church with your aunts. Think about going and doing things for your grandmother. Think about the things that your uncles and your cousins used to ask you to do, both things that are good and both things that are bad, things that you would like to extract from your memory, or things that you would like to reflect on to get a better view of why it went that way, why you may or may not like that person or engage with that person anymore. What was the point of that interaction? What can you learn from it? So as we take our breaths and go in, and you allow me to provide you with the sound, you just do your thought. Okay, you breathe and you think as I go through the sound. Okay, this is our give and take. All right, let's go. Break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses. Mother, 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 no more. Break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains. Father, 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 no more. Break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains, break all the curses, break all the chains. Mercy, mercy, mercy. No more. Break all the chains. Break all the curses. 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 Release all the pointless interactions. Embrace everything that brings purpose to your life and propels you forward. And good morning. Hopefully, you were able to push out anything that needed to go and retain all the things that you should know. All right. Happy Monday. Don't forget to love on yourself, hug yourself, tell yourself that it's going to be okay. All right. Have a great, great day. I had to drink oat milk coffee this morning, taking a break from the caffeine. Oh, something that I have to say in the message because I'm guided to say it. Second level motion disturbance. Second level motion disturbance, disconnection. 2 is the balancing of polarities. So what is going on with your second level motion detection? Why are you disconnected? Why are you not protected? Don't forget to do your return to senders and let's go. All right. Don't come for me. I might have sent you.